What up? What up? It's the For No Fame Chopup, and I'm about to give you a breakdown. Salute to the family. Salute to everybody that's been supporting the channel. Salute to all my bros and all my sis. Y'all already know what time it is. Thanks for taking out your time and your day to pull up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm Mr. For No Fame himself. You dig? And this is the For No Fame Chopup, in which I get into certain topics or whenever certain things been on my mind and I feel like I need to speak on them, this is where I do it at. And the reason why I'm speaking on these particular topics I'm about to get into, because I see a lot of things playing out right in our face. A lot of things are taking place, and I still see a lot of people are falling a victim because they don't got a clue of what's going on. When people like me and others have been giving you the information, and people have been turning a blind eye. But I want y'all to understand, this is how I do my part on giving back to the streets. This is how I give back to the youth. I'm giving you raw information that we never had. You know, we didn't know certain things coming up. We was taught to be ignorant and be unaware. But today in 2022, right, I'm about to give you full information. I'm about to give you full detail on what's going. Look, man, we dealing with extermination right now. Annihilation. I don't know if y'all know what's going on. Y'all, yeah, I know about the slave days. I know about back in the day when people got sprayed with water hose, but now it's something totally different being going on because they tired of dealing with a specific people. And they feel like some people got too smart for their own good. But my point is this: crime is over. I told you, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. I'm just keeping it real. Because a lot of people want to live in the past and they don't understand we going to a whole new world. So this video you're looking at on the screen, 5G technology, Super Thug Matrix, I'm going to give you a full breakdown on what's going on and how you're going to also pay attention to how this been happening in your hood, in your town, and also in your city. So be patient because I'm going to show you, I'm going to tie some things together and I'm going to give you full insight. So maybe you can help some of your people make it through, because we see the numbers are jumping. We already know what time it is. People getting sick, people getting kicked out, they're getting evicted, and a lot of people are going to jail. And some might say, that's the modern day slave ships, you heard? So I'm gonna show you some things with full breakdown on what's really going on right now with this whole fight against crime. So just be patient, and we're gonna get into some things, you heard? Now, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you a video, and we're gonna let the video rock, and then I'm gonna give you a breakdown of what's going on. You heard? Now, the first thing you see in this video, this is what I want you to understand. You see these street lights? Those ain't normal street lights. Those are street lights right here with video recording, voice recognition, and they're gonna have special lighting. They're gonna have the same light that they use in the airports to scan your body. These are the lights that's gonna be able to tell everything you got on you. When you look right here, you see right here, these are also video cameras with special recording. And if you notice, these right here are also connected with the traffic lights and the stop lights and all of that. These are going to be watching the cars, but they all going to be going together. Don't get it confused. These right here, everything is going to be as one unit. And you see this picture right here very clearly. These are the indictments. These are the indictments that have been happening, but the indictments are going to be happening even faster. And something else I want you to peep. This how fast people in your block going to be getting snatched up. This how quick it's going to go down. They're going to speed the whole process up because the technology is the satellites that sit in the sky and they watching over the earth. And they can zoom to the point where they can see a pimple on your face. So that's why I'm trying to tell you why crime is over. But we're going to get into this right here. And when it's all said and done, don't say nobody ain't tell you. So let's get into it. 5G technology, Super Thug Matrix, Extermination, Part 2. Now check this out. You got a lot of individuals that don't want to accept the fact that times are changing. You got certain individuals that feel like they still could live in the street. And I told you before, things are changing. A lot of people compare the generations, but according to the new world we're going into, all generations are the same because they all old now. So I don't care if you grew up in the early 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s. That's an old dimension now. And we're going into a whole new direction. And what I mean by that is the attack is on criminal behavior. If you're dealing with criminal behavior, you will be labeled as a terrorist. I'm just telling you facts. Not just terrorist to your community, you will be considered terrorists to human beings, or you will be considered a criminal to the prosperity of the world as a whole. And I'm not making this up. I'm just a person that knows what time it is, and I know how to move with the times. Because everything you thought you know, or pardon me, should I say everything you think you knew or think you know, you still been programmed. And many have tried and failed. Every vision of success you think you got in your mind is also part of the deception, which is called the Matrix. And I'm telling you, all super thug mentality, meaning you think you can outsmart everything, you think you can gangster your way into everything, you think you got all the answers, but you have no clue of what they got planned for you because you've been asleep. And you think because you got a swift talking mouth, you think because you've seen a lot of movies, you think you know what's going on, but when a lot of people talk, I realize they don't know nothing. So I'm going to get into this 5G technology because a lot of people don't really know what's going on. You heard about 3G, 4G, but what you don't understand, 5G is a whole nother technology, and it brings everything they've been working on to a whole nother level. Some people would say this is the master lock or the master key for the new world order in which everything is going to become one. So I'm going to get into a few things and shed some light for those that want to know. Now check this out. And this also coincides with the infrastructure bill that has recently been signed by the president. You see, a lot of y'all don't understand what the infrastructure bill is about and why they're pumping trillions of dollars into this program. You did? We've heard about 1.2 trillion being invested. And that got to do with this technology. It's not just bridges. It's not just roads. It got to do with the technology, the 5G towers, the cameras, and all other applications that coincide with the program is embedded in the infrastructure bill. I told y'all about how we're going to have smart cars. All cars are supposed to be smart cars and electric cars by 2026. Now, let me get into some of this 5G technology, and I'm going to prove to y'all what I say out my mouth is facts. Check this out. 5G enables a new kind of network that is designed to connect virtually everyone and everything together, including machines, objects, and devices. It's meant to deliver higher multi-data speeds with more reliability, massive network capacity, increased availability, and more uniform user experience. See, uniform, that means all is one, for those that don't know. The ability and more uniform user experience to more users, high performances, and improved efficiency, accuracy, you dig? See, a lot of people, I heard people talking about how people been getting killed on cameras and crime always been going on. But what you don't understand, with this program they got in place, you dig? They have improved efficiency to empower new users' experiences and connects new industries. And the new industries, they got to do with the law enforcement, everything in between, as well as the penitentiary and federal system. Like, you know about JPay and all that. You see how they dealing with technology in jail and prison now? All this going to go together as one. 5G is giving law enforcement permissions to expect more advancements in wireless communications and are influencing how other technologies can perform for law enforcement. 5G will also help law enforcement be able to hack criminals easier, as well as full body scanning like airports. So they're going to have technology that scans just like the airport, but it's going to be in the street. And you know you're not getting nothing past the airport. So I'm letting you know, I speak facts. 5G will allow law enforcement to access every aspect of their departments through database resources on their wireless connected smartphones, tablets, and laptop computers. This efficiency, remember I said efficiency, meaning effectively, you dig? Eliminates the data access dividing line between the officers and the field, meaning it's going to make them easy. It's going to make it easier for them to do their job, and they're not going to have to go to the office that much no more because it's all going to be on their laptop. It's going to be no more police taking hours to do paperwork, booking you taking forever. No, it's going to make everything more efficient for them and more effective and therefore more accurate. And they're going to also be using it for all investigations, from homicides to drug dealing to crossing, jaywalking the street. You dig? Now, this eliminates, the data access dividing the line between the office and the field. No longer having to wait for information in the field, they have the same instant access and ability to deliver missions critically. You dig? They can deliver missions critically. Do you know what a mission is? An undercover mission, a job? When they putting in their work, they're on a mission to take you there. And it's going to help them do it easily and accurately. It will also make it easier for law enforcement operations to prepare and submit multimedia reports from anywhere, including photos, videos, and completed documentation. Now, voice recognition, it already works without 5G. However, 5G will significantly enhance the capabilities of voice recognition. And they have software, products like Dragon Law Enforcement, by making far more apps available. So under this technology, the police are going to have so many different applications and apps that applies to this technology that you have no knowledge about. But a lot of you think you know it all because you think you got the answers. 5G will take away time from officers filling out paperwork and giving them more time for the officers to be in the community. Now, with this information, it's still not everything that they're going to be doing because I don't have all the information. But I've been doing my research on this for a couple of years. You did? That's why I'm going to tell you. If you don't have a job, if you do not have a legitimate business, if you do not have a nonprofit organization, if you think you're going to be getting street money, you're sadly mistaken. If you think you're going to be getting it for a long time, you might, I'm going to be real, you might 3 years tops, if that. You might got 3 years tops. But by 2024, between 2026, you're going to see what's really going on. A lot of people, you're not going to be here no more. And the people you think are still in your hood, a lot of they're going to be agents. They already going to be signed in. And that's the whole thing I'm trying to tell you. Those who don't comply, 9 times out of 10, they're going to become informants. Because they're going to be paid, bought, and sold. Because I'm telling you, it's no more criminal behavior. That's why you keep seeing all these indictments. That's why you keep seeing all these people going to jail, because you can't beat what they got planned. They have studied us for over 50 years in this world of crime. And now they got a whole plan or whole operation to put in play. And it's called 5G technology. So I said for the super thug, you know, the dude that hugs the block, it's over with. Now, y'all just saw that video that I did. Now, I did that video about a month ago, but I've been started the whole series called 5G Technology, Super Thug Matrix Extermination, right? When I first came out about 8 months ago, I did the first video to that chapter. I got 3 chapters to that. And I watched everything play out. I watched it speed up, and we in it right now. So that's why I started with the part 2. And hopefully you got something out of that, because the main thing I wanted to show you was that's the technology part. That's the digital part, which also coincides with the internet. You also heard about how they're going to be using various apps. Keyword is apps, programs. My point is a lot of things are going to tie together. Now, I'm going to show you the second part of a video I made last week. And we're going to get into this right here. You dig? In this particular video,
I told y'all for months, I've been telling y'all,
told you that. Quick. Let me pause this real quick.
Told you that.
Because this particular video, this is the part where they're going to be on the ground with it. As you can see from this picture, they look like I'm going to just say they look like a gang. They look like they about to put in some work. And another thing I want you to analyze, right? We know in New York City, they deal at a whole nother rate from other states when it comes to law enforcement. So yeah, you see these dudes right here. A lot of people, yeah, they look like police, they look like officers, but what you got to understand is we know they're gonna have way more high-tech officers than this, meaning you're gonna see a female officer, she gonna have bundles in her hair. You dig? She gonna have on a lace front. She might be gonna have on some tights. You're going to see dudes with real straight legs. You know, you might see officers with Sherlins on, gold chains, mini gold chains, you know. We've seen the officers with the gold in their mouth, things like that, big chains on, big leather jackets, Peles and all that. My point is they're going to be dressed in the latest attire where you're not going to know who all the police officers are. And for 2, we know they start hiring and recruiting at the age of 19, 20, 21. It's going to be a lot of different law enforcement. Y'all remember that show called 21 Jump Street where they showed you about the young police officers getting enrolled? Well, we back in those times right here. Because they're going to be moving on the streets on foot while the technology is working the sky, and they're going to have the technology in their pocket. That's why you heard what I just told you, how they're going to have devices where they don't even have to take you downtown to book you no more on petty tickets, none of that. It's going to be all on their pocket. They're going to be able to run a background check on you right then and there. A full background check. And match you with the voice recognition and the face recognition. My point is, we're going to get into this part right here because I'm not going to do too much talking. And I'm going to show you how it all ties together. You dig? So let's get into it. The streets are coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? Thug life is over. You can take it or leave it. But according to the New York Post, the NYPD to roll out new neighborhood safety teams to replace anti-crime unit. The NYPD will introduce neighborhood safety teams in order to reduce violent street crimes, according to a memo. Now, y'all got to understand, for my people that live in the town, y'all already know what time it is. But see, it's going to start in New York first, but it's going to happen all over the country. Because due to the pandemic, things are getting out of control, and you watching a lot of savages in the last day that have lost their mind, and they doing anything for $1. Because if you're not legit, like I told you, if you are not verified as an upstanding citizen, you will be considered as a criminal and a threat to society. And we recently seen a lot of women being victims. We've seen a lot of elderly people become victims. And we also seen a lot of children become victims. But now we got proof of how things are about to get cleaned up. And a lot of people are about to go to jail. Now, this is the story from the New York Post. The NYPD will soon roll out a new hybrid plainclothes police squad to combat gun violence in the Big Apple, in what appears to be a revamped version of the disbanded anti-crime unit, the Post has learned. The new units, dubbed neighborhood safety teams, will replace the uniformed public safety teams in the top 30 commands where shootings have surged within the last year, according to a memo sent out Friday by Chief of the Department, Ken Corey. Neighborhood safety teams will be responsible for addressing violent street crimes, specifically targeting predators who carry and use firearms. According to the memo obtained by the Post, they will perform duty attired in a hybrid plain clothes uniform, and their name, rank, and shield number will appear on their outermost garment at all times so that the public and officers can identify them as members of the service. So as you see in this picture right here, this is how they're going to be dressed. You know what I'm saying? You see baggy clothes, you see a couple of slim fitted jean outfits, you see regular plain clothes, but you also see they have their badges on the outside, so that way the civilians can identify with them as well as fellow police officers, so there will be no mistakes of friendly fire. But they're going to be on the streets at a large number, cracking down on crime and making sure the civilians are safe. But as you also can see, their number one target is the individuals that like to live by the gun. Those that like to tote the hammer, you know what I'm saying? Those that like to bang, bang, bang. Those are some of their main targets. And because this is something they're applying to try to clean the streets up. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? You got to get your life in order, because you're not going to be able to make it if you think you're going to live a life of crime. Now, also, this story speaks on when Shade disbanded the squad, he said it was in the realm of closing on one of the last chapters on the stop and frisk question. You know, y'all remember the stop and frisk, but the stop and frisk caused a lot of drama, you know what I'm saying? And it caused a lot of tension within the NYPD and the civilians. Also, due to the George Floyd situation, you know, it created a lot of drama. Also with the Eric Garner situation, it created a lot of friction in the hood. So this is a way where they're trying to increase police presence without seeming so aggressive, you know what I'm saying, in their police attire. So now you're going to see them in regular plain clothes, and they're going to be doing regular walkthroughs through the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, mass numbers, few numbers, but the whole point is, you know, they're going to be trying to make the city safe for your mama, your grandmother, and everybody else that don't have nothing to do with the streets. So we got to understand, people have been getting violated at the train station. People have been getting knocked upside their head, pocketbook snatch. We've been seeing all type of things going on in the pandemic. But now, also, they're going to be wearing body cameras for footage as well. So at the end of the day, the anti-gun cops will wear body-worn cameras while on patrol, and their vehicles will have dashboard cameras, according to the memo. Each unit will be supervised by a lieutenant, will have a ratio of 1 sergeant for every 5 cops or detectives. That's what the memo said. You dig? So they're trying to go about this the right way. They don't want to have no foul incidents. And as you just heard, for every 5 officers is going to be a sergeant watching them, being held accountable for their actions. So we're going to see how this whole thing plays out. You know what I'm saying? The city got a new mayor, and he has pledged allegiance to clean up the streets and get New York back in order. So like I said, crime is over. The thug life is finished. And just don't learn the hard way, because it's right in your face. And with that note, y'all know I'm up out of here. 1, neighborhood. What up? It's For No Fame. And this is the crime wave. Check it out. Boom, pardon me. Now y'all see what we just ran through. Y'all see, I showed y'all what's going to happen in the air and on the ground. You know what I'm saying? The air is the technology. The ground is the foot soldiers. And The thugs are going to be caught in the middle. So that's why I'm showing you with proof. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. And eventually you got to get down and lay down. That's why a lot of people are going to be turning agents. Now, we already know on YouTube, there's been a lot of talk about a lot of rats, a lot of agent behavior. You know, everybody been on 6ix9ine and other individuals. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. That was tip of showing you what's really about to take place, because basically I'm going to tell you like this. A lot of people going to be on 6ix9ine time. A lot of people that here, they're not going to want to go to jail, and they're going to tell on everybody. Y'all also know about the PPP situation and how that's getting very hectic, and how you got people that not only been handling the paperwork, they've been setting people up, and everybody's going to tell on everybody. You're going to have people going down for the PPP, but they're going to be telling on people that's selling drugs. The people that go down for selling drugs going to be telling on people that did the shootings. My point is, it's about to be a whole new breed of rats. And you can say what you want about civilians, this, that, and the third, but everybody's going to be telling. We also just seen in a young dog situation, soon as them 15 racks got put up for their arrest, you see how fast they got caught. That's just an example of what's going down on top of the indictments, meaning the people they're already watching and studying. Also, you got to remember what I just showed you. That was the NYPD. That had nothing to do with federal authorities. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They've been mounding up. They've been getting deep. They've been handling their business, and they got a whole new program about to take place. So that's all I'm trying to tell you. Handle your business, do what you got to do, but just understand the clock is ticking. It's nowhere else to run, because all you're going to run to is poverty. If not poverty, you're going to be behind that G wall. And once you're behind that G wall, you might not make it home. It don't matter how much time you get now. You heard? People getting sick behind the wall. You know, they passing away. People getting violated because what? The COs quit. The correction officers, they took off. They don't want no parts of the jail no more. Once that C-19 popped off, a lot of them quit. People, we just seen the other day how they holding UFC matches in jail right now. And Rikers Island, they holding UFC matches. Betting commissary. The COs in on it too. So they letting people get beat up. My point is this. You might go for a 6 month, 3 month, a year. My whole point is you're not going to make it through court. You might not even make it through court to see, you know what I'm saying, to see yourself finishing trial, to make it upstate. You might not make it right now. And plus, on top of that, the jails are so overcrowded right now. It's chaos, you heard? So on top of that, on top of everybody getting sick, on top of people getting whacked in the street, getting jacked, it's going to be a whole bunch of chaos going on. And that's why I dropped the third video to the series of the 5G technology, Super Thug Matrix Extermination. I dropped the third video, which called The Have Against the Have-Nots, aka World War III. Because as you see, yeah, some people think it's going to be something going on overseas, but the actual war is going to be going on right here in the States, right here. It's called a have and a have-nots. That's why in the third video that I made, which I'll be showing you another time, right? But for those that want to watch it, you go check out the playlist, right? And I showed you how they building all these luxury homes. Y'all already see them. Y'all already know about them, but y'all don't really know the full detail of what's going on. You see, they're building new luxury homes. They're also making some for affordable housing, meaning some of the people that live in the projects, that live in the hood, some of them will be qualified for some of these luxury homes through a lottery process, meaning they're going to hand select a few people, but everybody's not going to make it. My point is they're building luxury homes starting at $200,000, $300,000 for an apartment in some of these buildings, where it's going to create a whole nother friction. Why? I'm going to prove it to you. They're building new homes for people that's getting money. Then you got people that's not getting money about to be put on the street. Just like I reported to you about the 50-something thousand evictions that's taking place in Brooklyn right now as we speak. 50,000 evictions. That's just one borough. So what you're saying is it's going to be a lot of tension. I just explained to you how you got people that did the PPP loan, right? They're not getting no tax money. because a lot of them file bogus paperwork. So a lot of people that's used to getting tax money, they're not going to be getting that money. So that's why it's a pot cooking up. And it's about to spill over. And that's why I said it's about to be World War III, the have against the have-nots. Because some people are going to be prospering. And some people, they're not getting nothing. So they're going to be trying to take. They're going to be trying to take what's yours. And that's why I just showed you the video of that new team that's being put in place, because they already know what's about to happen. That's why they're getting in position to try to stop some of the crime that's about to happen, because it's about to be chaos. You're looking at the purge in your face, but you ain't really see nothing yet. You wait to see when a lot of people in the hood don't get their tax money and they get put on these streets. You're going to see a lot of things take place, but this is my whole point. This ain't no scared tactics. I'm just doing my part, because this is the way how I, you know what I'm saying, I talk to my people when I'm trying to put you on to something. You know what I'm saying? This ain't about holding your hand. It ain't about waiting for no leader. It ain't about being no follower. It's about knowing what time it is so that you can make the best decision for yourself. But my point is, a lot of you dudes been out here dealing with sneaky activity. You've been out here working with the people, you dig? And then there's a group of you dudes, y'all been co-signing rats. Y'all been co-signing rats, sticking your chest out, trying to vouch for everybody when you don't even understand the time we in. It's every man for themselves right now. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, all my solid brothers, all my solid sisters, you got to stand on your own. Don't be no follower, because you might be following somebody to your own destruction right now, because you being set up. And that's my whole point. A lot of people are going to be working for a check. And I'm talking about working for the boys. You heard? They're going to be working for the boys. Period. So hopefully everybody got sent out of this situation. You understand? This the For No Fame Chopup. And I gave you a breakdown, because I chop it up, then I break it down. And hopefully you got a piece of what I brought to the table. You heard? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the all notification bell. And don't leave a comment and video. You heard? Because I got more coming. And I want y'all to be safe and be on point. Be out here getting snatched up. Don't be getting indicted. And don't be incriminating yourself. And don't be getting set up by nats. Because some people position, they already plotting on your downfall. You just don't know it yet. They on YouTube. They on every social media platform. And they even right in your building. They right next door to you. And they plotting. So all I'm going to say with that note, I'm For No Fame. It's the For No Up. And I'm up out of here. Y'all already know. One.